We are crew, not passengers.
We are crew.
We are crew, not passengers.
What do you think about the idea of crews being co-ed? Because right now we're single gender.
I really like having just like girls in our crew because I can tell them anything. I feel more like I can trust the girls in my crew.
How do you think it would be if boys were in our crew?
I feel like we wouldn't be as like more open.
Yeah.
We should be like more influenced.
I wouldn't worry because I'm in a class full with boys and girls.
It's important that we know that crew is safe spaces for humans. So no matter how you identify, we want to create a space for you. So we talked about having a single gender crew, but what happens if someone doesn't identify as a single gender person?
They should like pick where they want to go and where they feel most comfortable in.
We should see them as who they want us to see them, like who they want to be as a person. So.
Yeah, like Jada is saying, I think we should, before we like judge or anything, we should spend time with them and see like how good like we can communicate.
And who they are.
Yeah.
And on a large part, the students say, hey, it's the student, but as a friend, I want to encourage them to speak up for themselves. Because we've had students at Amana who are, they don't conform to a single gender. And that's exactly what we did at Amana. We allowed those students to choose where they wanted to be. That class embraced them with open arms.
My favorite thing about crew is how I can like talk to my friends about anything without feeling uncomfortable. Understand that it's okay to be uncomfortable, but try to do what we can to make them feel as comfortable as possible.
You have conversations with people, and that's what that 8th grade class did that year. So I take my hat off to you, and there's something to be learned, right? Especially from our 8th graders. We're talking about being the change. I think the change begins in each and every one of us, right? If I put my girls on the platform, they could change the world. It would be a better place, right? How do you advocate? How do you stand up for or stand on behalf of someone who is different than you?
I feel like you just have to show other people that it's not as different as they probably think it was.
The work in crew is never done. It's always a work in progress because as the story changes, right? As the world continues to revolve, right? And evolve, the story will always change, right? There will always be something there that attention will need to be given to.
I think that crew should talk more about LGBTQ and stuff like that, more like stuff like that, because it's not that big of a topic, and like it's grown over time, but we still need to talk about it. It's not as it should be.
It makes me think, should we ask students what kind of crew would you like to be in? Listen, we need y'all to go in and talk to some older folks because I think it's adults who don't get it. I don't like to tell students what to think or necessarily teach them how to think. I like to introduce them to the idea of thinking. Yeah, right? So we can't just let it happen to us. Listen, synthesize, and then stand on what you believe. That means as the world changes and new things come to light, they can be activists and advocates for those who need a voice.